In more evidence that there had been signs of trouble with the suspect, Broward County Sheriff Scott Israel said at a Friday news conference that his office had received more than 20 calls about Nikolas Cruz in the past few years. In a statement, the agency acknowledged that the tip should have been shared with the FBI's Miami office and investigated, but it was not. The startling admission came as the agency was already facing criticism for its treatment of a tip about a YouTube comment posted last year. The comment posted by a Nikolas Cruz said, "I am going to be a professional school shooter." The FBI investigated the remark but did not determine who made it. The 19-year-old Cruz has been charged with killing 17 people at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, north of Miami. "We have spoken with victims and families and deeply regret the additional pain this causes all those affected by this horrific tragedy," Ray said in the statement. Florida's governor sharply criticized the federal law enforcement agency Friday, calling the FBI's failure to take action unacceptable. The FBI is already under intense scrutiny for its actions in the early stages of the investigation into Russian meddling in the 2016 presidential campaign. President Donald Trump and some congressional Republicans have seized on what they see as signs of anti-Trump bias. The president has repeatedly slammed the agency and its leaders, writing on Twitter that its reputation was in tatters. At a later funeral for 18-year-old Meadow Pollack, her father's anger boiled over. With more than 1,000 mourners including Scott packed into Temple Kol Tikva, Andrew Pollack looked down at the plain pine coffin of his daughter and yelled, "You killed my kid," referring to Cruz. Cruz jumped out of an Uber car and walked toward Building 12 of the school, carrying a black duffel bag and a black backpack. He slipped into the building, entered a stairwell and extracted a rifle from his bag, authorities said. He shot into 4 rooms on the first floor, then went upstairs and shot a single victim on the second floor. He ran to the 3rd floor, where according to a timeline released by the Broward County Sheriff's Office, 3 minutes passed before he dropped the rifle and backpack, ran back down the stairs and quickly blended in with panicked, fleeing students. The sheriff clarified Friday that Cruz never had a gas mask or smoke grenades during the attack, but officers did find a balaclava. Israel said his office would be investigating every one of the previous calls about Cruz to see how they were handled. Authorities have not described any specific motive, except to say that Cruz had been kicked out of the high school, which has about 3,000 students and serves an affluent suburb where the median home price is nearly $600,000. Students who knew him described a volatile teenager whose strange behavior had caused others to end friendships. Lush reported from St. Petersburg, Florida. Associated Press writer Sadie Gurman in Washington contributed to this report.